So actually, we were just discussing this topic before you maybe arrived, so you might not have listened to that. And I was referring to the fact that 80% or 90% of the Old Testament and the New Testament is very close to the Quran, because I teach the Old and the New Testament, so I can, as a first-hand experience, tell you that it's more an exaggerated thing that we are told that they are corrupted. Yes, they have been altered in many respects, but that alteration has much to do with the fact that there is no original text of those books available at the moment. We don't have the original Hebrew text of the Old Testament. We don't have the original Aramaic text of the New Testament. We have translations. And so, therefore, those translations, obviously, in the absence of original text, are bound to have gotten corrupted over a period of time. So, but in spite of that, there are just a few areas where that corruption has taken place. Otherwise, you'll find 70 to 80%, maybe even more, of both these books to be in consonance with the Quran. So if you've already read the Quran and then you pick up the Old Testament or the New Testament, it would be very easy for you to decipher that which part is still against the Quran. Because as I said, most of the content is in consonance with the Quran. There are two broad areas in which this corruption or alteration has taken place. One of them is regarding the prediction of the arrival of the last prophet. So the Torah and the Injil, the Old and the New Testament, specifically mentioned the arrival of the last prophet. But it is here that they have been interpolated. And similarly, regarding the son for whom Abraham offered to sacrifice, we know according to our tradition it was Ishmael, but in the Torah we know it is Isaac which is written. So these are the two very major areas. Otherwise, as far as Sharia is concerned, morality is concerned, other social laws are concerned, I can tell you that they are so close to the Quran that you just feel as if you are reading the same divine book. So it's more of an exaggeration, and also I would say it's like a bias that has been created against those books. And I was just talking in the break that we had, that the Quran actually says that we have to believe in the previous books of God. Remember, it says Amana Billahi, and it says that we have to believe in the previous books also. Now the question is that how can we believe in the previous books without even reading them? It would be blind faith. So when the Quran says that you have to read those books, you have to profess faith in those books. Remember, those books had already been changed when the Quran was revealed. But in spite of that, the Quran is telling you to profess faith in those books, which of course means that we should read those books. Without reading them, it would be a pointless exercise. So I think that this is a bias that has been created in our minds against these holy books. And we have to do away with this bias, and we have to teach ourselves not only the Quran, but these previous scriptures as well.